to the left. I mean, but so what?
Right.
So what?
You don't leave.
Right. First of all, a lot of people don't really understand that. They don't know that you missed the light and cue. What are you talking about? Right. So the cue that was missed was 2 sets ago. So that had to be all premeditated. Like, then I do a set, then he do a set, and then he runs off and screams at the light.
Is this the reason?
Shout out to Gary Westcott. I'm really sorry you had to put up with all that.
Is this the reason that, because I know there was a show in Connecticut that was canceled. Is this?
Yeah, because he wanted to get a new lighting guy.
So you had to cancel the show?
We had to cancel 2 shows. We had to cancel Milwaukee, and we had to cancel Connecticut.
You guys are never going to
cancel.
You can't fix this.
Louis,
like, you're gonna.
And we canceled Cincinnati.
Hartford.
I mean, this is just disrespectful.
Are you going to do the rest of the tour by yourself?
Yo, I would love to just do the best of both worlds, me and Mary. I want to put it out there right now. Like,
Mary,
just do it.
I just spoke to Mary. She's at home. She wants us to call her.
Let's call her.
So we got.
I don't want to put that. I'm not going to ask on there.
No, we don't have to ask her, but I would like to get on the phone because she destroyed it tonight.
Oh, she murdered it.
I never saw her do song cry. Did she ever do song cry before?
Yeah, it's in the movie. On the movie, if you'd have came to see the movie.
Oh, shut up.
If you'd have came to see the movie,
I'm there at the premiere. I'm going to get an outfit and everything.
Yeah, well,
I'm there.
Everybody better grab the Best of Both Worlds album up now because that's it. There will be no more Best of Both Worlds.
Something with this thing that
it's just not supposed to.
It's not going to happen.
It's too much. Yeah.
I know
certain things just don't. It's not meant to be. It's just not going to happen. I tried.
I was going to say I know how much.
It looks great on paper, man. It looks wonderful on paper, but it can't happen. Like, you know, I'm a real dude, man.
Did you have to swallow? Did you have to really hold back on certain situations to try to make it work?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, I went way out of my way. I mean, first of all, the second show in Chicago, after the first night it was terrible, right? And this is your hometown. It was terrible, right? So the second night, the guy is on the bus. He won't get off the bus. I'm waiting downstairs 2 hours in my white suit. 2 hours. This guy don't come downstairs and say, yo, man, you know, his excuse was he's waiting for his show. You don't do that now. He's changing his lineup and he's waiting for his show. But he never said nothing to me. I'm just sitting there. He's on the bus hiding. They're scared to knock on the bus. You know, and I'm downstairs, wait 2 hours.
Wow.
I don't work for you, B.
Let me tell you something.
I was going to do that in Chicago, but I was just going to set it off crazy in Chicago and no, I'm not going nowhere. I was going to do 45 hits in a row in Chicago and just own the whole city. But I gave him that leeway because it was his town.
Yo, your game face is crazy because the other day when I was asking you what was going on, you was really holding it together.
I'm holding the guy down. Yeah, I'm at the radio station 6 in the morning, right, doing interviews to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 by myself. Doing interviews, you know, holding this guy down. Yeah, he needs lights. He needs his lights. You know, this is not cool. This is not fair to me.
All right, please, if you're just tuning in, it's Hot 97. Jay-Z is here. I'm here. E's here and there.
This is damn near gay.
Mr. C is in here. This is damn near gay.
Yo, man, I can't take it. Yo, I swear to you, enough. You better stop being there go my man C. Enough. I'm seriously, man. You better stop being nice, man. I heard you too, man. I'm watching you, man.
What did he say?
No, he just was being smooth about it. Come on, man.
Oh, because he said he performed a few songs. He did.
I don't care. That's of no consequences, that's of no relevance, nothing.
Look, I was with E at the concert. We both was like, yo, what's this? It's crazy.
It was somebody pointing the gun up.
All right, so R. Kelly broke out. Jay-Z stayed there, held the whole garden down by himself. He's here now. I know you're not going to put it on the spot and ask him about the shows, but I might ask.
I want to give New York a show. I've been waiting for this show. I marked this on my calendar. I marked this. My New York days, I put big circles around them and stars. And, you know, I got my outfit ready. You know, I used to put your outfit under the bed so it could be crispy. But, you know, you didn't want to iron your piece, so you slept on them. You ain't never did that?
Of course I did.
Yeah, I had my joints on. I had 5 outfits under the bed, everything crispy, waiting for New York City. And this is what I get.
You don't
C, what's up,
What's up, C? Yo, were you there, C? You weren't there, right?
See, do I know if he was there at the concert?
No, I wasn't there, but I was getting mad. I was getting mad hits on, on the Brooklyn 2-8 hits, saying that whole did it again.
First of all, New York City, the whole New York City, thanks for the love. Brooklyn, y'all absolutely.
Let me tell you something, Jay, because, I was in the skybox, right? And I know you were saying there's benefits and not benefits to having it up there. I couldn't hear every single word, which was the bad thing. The good thing is I can see the entire place and their reaction to everything. And even after that, I was looking for the spots of mad people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. By the way, people did not leave.
And there was none.
All right, homie?
There was none.
Nobody left, homie. Nobody left, homie. Yeah, excuse me.
No, it's all right.
All right, bring it down. I need a cappuccino or something. Let's move it over.
Jay, there's rumors that R. Kelly's in the hospital right now.
Whatever.
No, is that true, E?
Yep.
From what?
I don't know.
What do you? Well, where did you hear that? You can't just say that.
I'm saying I heard that, he's with Cassidy's people and they was over in the hospital.
Do you know anything about that?
Nah, man. Whatever, man.
All right, I'm going to see what I can find out. Jay-Z is here.
Excuse me for not being the most sympathetic person at this specific
Sensitive?
time. Yeah.
Okay. No, I understand. I'm just curious, what happened? But we need to get Mary on the phone, too, please.
I think people had guns in the garden.
That's crazy.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, you're serious? Y'all acting like I'm just that's not crazy?
No.
Like lunatic, that ain't absolutely bonkers to you? Like,
well, I'll tell you, I was in a skybox full of people, and the reaction was, oh, there was no yo, I didn't hear one person go, yo, there was guns.
Nah, real talk. Everybody said.
Nobody said that.
Everybody said he was crazy.
He's coming around.
Oh, goodness.
Look at E. He's coming.
Thank you, E.
All right, look, we have to handle this.
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you.
Look, man, we'll be right back. Jay-Z's here. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm getting Mary on the phone. I want to talk to Mary. Side 97, official #1 for hip-hop and all, please. Man, don't move. You're going to go and hold this show down tomorrow.
If New York wants it, I'm there.
And the rest of the tour, you don't know yet, right?
I'm just here for New York right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the rest of the tour.
The likeliness of the tour continuing is very, I'm sure, not good. Oh, man, damn, Jay.
I'm going to leave the building and let you talk to the dude.
All right. Well, it was good to see you.
Yeah. Tell homie come see me wherever. I'll be at the 4040, wherever. Talk to me in my face.
Can we play it? You don't want to hear no songs for the best.
I'm going. You can do whatever you want to do at your radio station again. Peace and love, New York. I love you, I swear.
Jay-Z, wow. All right, this is going to continue. 9/11 is ringing. I don't know who this is. All right.
Crazy.
Thank you, honey.
All right, thank you.
Yo, play a joint for a minute. Ease on the wheels. It's Hot 97, official #1. Hold up, Jay. Let's go.
Bugging.
So what happened tonight? So he came out. He said.
First of all, this is Madison Square Garden, right? Come on, New York City. Come on, anybody know Madison Square Garden? No.
Let me just for the people, there was, a lot of people were there, but there are definitely people listening that wasn't there. What happened when R. Kelly came out during the show and said, I want to tell New York I love y'all, but there's people.
You don't love New York.
He said there's people.
You can't say that. You don't love New York.
Let me tell you what happened.
I'm a little hyped.
I understand. I just want to keep everybody in the loop of what's happening. So he said, I just want to tell y'all I love New York, but there's people in the crowd that got guns on me. And so, did he say something like there's about to be a riot in here or something?
Whatever that was.
And it's not worth it.
It's foolery.
He dropped the mic and got off stage. About 5 minutes of straight black. No lights, no nothing.
So I'm in the back changing. I'm in the quick booth change. I'm going to give you the background scene. I'm in the quick booth changing. And I'm feeling like, again, come on.
How did you get word that did you hear him saying this? Or did you know he was going to break out?
Yeah, I heard. It was when we do the show, it has a rhythm. So I'm like, wait a minute. When you feel like for a second the music didn't drop, I'm like, what's going on? I asked the guy, Randy Bazzelli, what's happening? And I look through the thing, and I see him in front of the stage, but I can't hear what he's saying. I thought he was going for the lights move again. My lights is messed up again, I thought he was going for that move again. I didn't know he said something as ridiculous as someone in the crowd is pointing a gun at him. That's Madison Square Garden. That's a world class. They're tough in the Garden. You can't do what you want in the Garden.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. I don't want to put Puff out there, but he had a tough time getting backstage. It's a tough thing. You know, so imagine that.
My bags
you cannot get a gun in Madison Square Garden. Are you crazy? Like, does he know where he's at? This is the Garden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So at what point did... Because people gave him love when he was performing.
Yeah, but that's the problem. We even have good shows. But if I get love, like if people give me love, he has a problem with that. Like his ego cannot take that.
That's bananas.
Have you tried to talk to him about it? Of course, and I've talked to him like a real dude because he's not used to having real dudes. Like, yo, dude, you're ruining yourself. You know, I don't work for you, B. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for you, nor am I under you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a bad dude myself.
And what's his reaction to that? Like,
man, my lights. I said, no, it wasn't your lights. It was just because his first 2 shows was horrible. I was like, it's your lineup, B. Change your lineup. And he changed the lineup when we started having good shows for a while, and then back into this.
Like that, just
thing.
like as blunt like that, you told him?
Oh, yeah, I'm a real dude. Yeah, I'm a real dude.
But did you tell him about the ego thing? Did you talk to him about that?
Yeah. I mean, this is my word.
Did he ever honestly
this is my
say
word.
that
Of course, he's not going to say that. He's not going to cop to that. This is my word. B, the best of both worlds is about you doing the best of what you do, I do the best of what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to outshine you or destroy you on stage. I'm here to do my part, the best of what I do. You're not going to have the same reaction as You Don't Know. You Don't Know is a high-energy hip-hop record. You know? It's a different... Dudes are singing that and jumping up and down. They're not doing that. They're not jumping up and down singing It Seems Like You Ready. They damn near singing out the corner of their mouth.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm embarrassed. I like this my joint, but...
Right. They're too cool for that.
They're not going to be jumping up and down.
Wow.
You know?
Yo, that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I'm more disappointed than upset. I'm more disappointed at the whole thing.
From the outside, because you know, I'm sure you have your own emotions and your own. But as somebody who was at the show, like when he did that, I almost felt like, first of all, it was disbelief from everybody that I was sitting there. It was disbelief.
Right.
And when you first came out and you did the first song, we wanted to rock with you, but we were still kind of not sure what the hell was going on. But by the second and third song, we forgot.
Yeah, and by the way, that was a big, like, and I heard you, and that's a big thing. Like, I mean, you got a whole arena full of people that came to see both of us, and now I got to carry that whole weight. Like, that could have went out anyway. He put me out there. He put me out there too many times. It's just too many times. It's enough.
I have to say, I mean, you know I love you. You know I'm a Jay fan. But tonight, like, most people would have just fell apart in that kind of situation. And I mean,
shout out to Usher too, man. I mean, because he came and he really just on call like in 1 second. It's like, yo,
I heard that he was.
We burnt this. We had the laptops, so we're burning CDs from laptops and
to put a show together for him.
So he could do a show. And T.I. was backstage.
Was Mary supposed to come out, or was that when she was there?
I had Mary. Me and Mary was going to originally do the song, but we just extended it.
Ja Rule?
Ja Rule was going to do a song with him. Me and Ja Rule hadn't even
he was going to do the R. Kelly show.
Before
because you guys weren't, I thought you guys weren't really in great terms.
We wasn't on the best of terms, but, it's a mutual respect thing there. You know what I'm saying? And it was
like, it's not that serious.
It was a thing, right? It was a thing, and he's from New York. You know what I'm saying? And he's seen that it was a situation where, New York, I mean, he did his thing. He stepped out.
I don't feel any claps tonight. I don't feel this is that kind of beautiful.
Right.
This is too real. It's too real for the sound effects.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I appreciate that.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to be catty or anything like that. But I'm saying, like, you have people that's been holding their tickets months, and I'm not taking that anymore. I'm not going to be the unprofessional guy. People in Cincinnati looking at me like these dudes ain't coming. I have nothing to do with it. Like I said, all I needed was a mic, turn on the mic, and whatever.
So what happens after? Like, what did he do after? He just broke out and left? Did you get a chance to see him or talk to him?
Of course, I didn't speak to him.
Did anybody try to change his mind? Did anybody try to tell him?
No, everybody's sick of chasing him and running behind him and Nobody's on his time. That's the problem. He has so many people around that just on his time and, you know, kiss up to him. And these guys even scared to talk to him. They don't even speak to this guy. They're ruining him. He's ruining himself. He's cocooned himself into a world where he's the biggest guy in the room all the time. You can't even speak to this guy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so not healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, damn, Jay, so what's the future? Oh, man, damn. So what happens to, like, tomorrow's show and the show after that?
I could put a show together, B. I could try my best. I could do it by myself. Like, I don't really need to do, like, you know, it's up to New York. It's up to the people that bought their tickets and people that, you know, really want to see them make that decision if they want me to do the show by myself or they want to just get refunds for their
Oh, they can get a refund?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're going to have to do the shows, because you got a show tomorrow night?
We got 3 shows. I mean, this is supposed to be the best thing in the world. 3 sold out shows in the Garden and 5 New York shows. I mean, that's just unprecedented.
There's no way possible that this is going to be fixed. And
I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, enough. I can't do it. I mean, this is St. Louis. If this was tonight, you know, I'd be like, okay. But this, first of all, is my hometown, so I'm tight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tight.
I see.
Right. So, second of all, this happened in St. Louis for no reason. First of all, let me explain to you about St. Louis. The lighting cue that was missed was 2 sets back. Like, he had a set. They missed my cue every night. They missed my cue on the opening, when I had my hands folded. That was my money joint. Right? They was late on my cue. I could have left. But so what?
Right.
So what?
You don't leave.
Right. First of all, a lot of people don't really understand that. They don't know that you missed the lighting cue. What are you talking about? Right? So the cue that was missed was 2 sets ago. So that had to be all premeditated. Like, then I do a set, then he do a set, and then he runs off and screams at the light.
Is this the reason?
Shout out to Gary Westcott. I mean, you saw you had to put up with all that.
Is this the reason that, because I know there was a show in Connecticut that was canceled.
Yeah, because he wanted to get a new lighting guy.
So you had to cancel the show.
We had to cancel 2 shows. We had to cancel Milwaukee, and we had to cancel Connecticut.
You guys are never gonna. You can't fix this.
Louis, and we canceled.
Well, I don't know exactly how true that is or what exactly happened, but R. Kelly's people are downstairs. We're waiting for him to pull up in a minute, and we're gonna talk to him and find out what happened. Oh man, damn!
What a night!
This is bananas.
What a night, New York.
I can't imagine like what was going on backstage. I mean, Jay told us that.
Ladies from the dressed up fella to join me for the official Best of Both Worlds after party.
Special invited guest. So you good in there, homie? All right. Security downstairs told me R. Kelly just walked in the building, so we're waiting for him to get upstairs.
Find out what his response is to all of this?
I mean, just find out where he's at. What happened? I mean, how he feels about what Jay said, how he feels, why he left.
That's why I love a story, because there's always 2 sides to it.
No, there's absolutely 2 sides to it.
So, we're going to find out what he's talking about.
So while R. Kelly makes his way upstairs and into the room, we're going to play a joint. I figured this was... What a night, man. R. Kelly has just came in. He just sat down. He's got glasses on. Is the camera on? Is this your people? You know with this?
That's my guy.
Okay. You need headphones? Put them on. You okay?
Good.
We're hearing rumors that the hospital, you're in the hospital or something. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I just got sprayed with some pepper spray in my eyes. I had to go to the hospital to get it drained or something.
You got sprayed before you left or after you left?
This was when I was going back on the stage performing.
Wait a minute. You got sprayed before you got on stage?
No, I was going back on stage to perform the night after I had left off stage. Let me just... Is it any way we can just cut my music, please?
Oh, yeah,
I'm starting to hear music.
Yeah, turn it off. It's all good. Whatever you need.
Thanks.
I know this is a touchy... I know this is a big deal and a very crazy situation, so...
It's all good. It's not that big. The situation is this. First of all, before anything, you guys may not want to hear this, but I apologize to New York and I apologize to my fans for the show going left the way it did tonight. That was certainly not my intentions to make the show go left.
Mm-hmm.
I love performing. I don't care who I perform with. I'm very secure in who I am. I've been in this for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm still successful at it. I feel at the top of my game. I feel real good about that. I have no incentive. I have no motive. no reason whatsoever to be, first of all, jealous of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay's. I'm going to always be a fan of Jay's. I'm a very positive person. Anybody hear my music, they know that. I am not worried about Jay-Z on stage, R. Kelly on stage, him doing better than me. There's no way that Jay-Z can do better than me. There's no way that I can do better than Jay, because for one, Jay is like a tennis player, I'm like a golf player. And we're both at the top of our games. That's what makes up the best of both worlds in the first place. There's no way that there can be any type of competing for my end with Jay-Z, because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Some shows I've ripped, some shows Jay's ripped. I expected what I expected here because this is his home. That's the way it's supposed to go. You know, Michael Jordan, back home, the same thing, you know. 99.5 point whatever's left of my shows at home is the same way. On my phone side.
Somebody please with the phones. Oh, that's your phone.
Well,
okay.
My phone's blowing up too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But I ain't answering it. It's just because, you know, people, when you answer the phone, ain't nothing but people that's going to just add negative drama to it. And I like to keep it naked and keep it the truth. Doing this whole tour, Jay's been turning out a lot of shows, but I've been turning out a lot of shows. You know, it just depends on what your market is. Everybody know that. But tonight had absolutely nothing to do with Jay's getting a better response, because I said earlier, I expected it. He's at home, and I know what Jay, I'm 15 years deep in the business. I know what Jay is at home, you know. But with this show, when we first came out, as you said, I heard you earlier, you know, and you were saying we was rocking and everything. I mean, Mary said that everything was rocking, and she was right. It was jumping off, you know.
Nobody,
I felt good.
from the crowd, we couldn't tell there was any kind of problem coming, or that even when you left, I didn't, like, I was like, what did he say? What happened?
Exactly.
We didn't understand it. We didn't understand it.
If you guys just, you know, you guys here and all my fans out there that's listening, if you guys just take a minute, just a second, and go back 15 years, I have never just stopped a show. I don't care who I've been on the stage with. It may not be the best of both worlds, but I've been on stage with many of people. And I've seen artists come out and get way more response than me on some shows. But I'm not about competing with people. I love music, and I love doing what I do.
So what happened?
Well, what happened is when I came out, first of all, I was threatened earlier prior to that, you know. Don't come to Madison Square Garden. Now, this ain't my first time being threatened. You know, I've been threatened before.
What do you mean threatened, on the phone? Or?
Yeah, on the phone. Yeah, on the phone. And I've never been, you know, scared of anything but God. You know what I'm saying? So I came anyway. And but I didn't let my people know. I let my lawyers know. I let my business manager know, and a couple of people that's close to me that I had gotten threatened. What you think I should do?
Was this an anonymous threat, or was this somebody that you know?
It was a private call on my phone.
Nobody that you knew, just don't come to the garden.
Nobody that I knew.
Something's going to be threatened.
Anytime I've been threatened on the phone, I didn't know who it was, you know what I'm saying? But it happened, but I came anyway because I really wanted this show to happen just like Jay, just like everybody else. But I don't know who Jay travels with. I travel with 3 kids of mine. I got 3 kids. I got a wife out here with me. You know what I'm saying? And they were with me. They at the show. But they come out on happy people. You know what I'm saying? And doing me and Jay's part, I saw a guy looking real hard at me. You know what I'm saying? And I said, okay, it's New York. It's hard. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I went back to the left, came right back to the right. And during that time, dude opened up his coat. I can't say the guy had a gun. I'm not going to lie on anybody. I don't know if he had a gun. But when he made the movement to open up his coat, I saw something. I don't know what I saw. It was like 6 row, whatever. That's what happened. I bypassed it. I didn't worry about it. But when I went backstage, after Jay came out, I went back to change so I could come out for my segment. I asked my wardrobe. I told my wardrobe lady what had happened. And I asked her, what do you think I should do? You think I should, because I don't want nobody thinking that it's going to be some more drama, anything like that. But she told me I should just let security know or whatever. That time I was talking to her and changing. Between talking to her and changing, I got back out. It was my time to go back out for ignition. I came back out for ignition. The guy wasn't there. I had told my guy John to go around and see if he had saw the guy. John said he actually remember a guy sitting like maybe 5th or 6th row. So he ran out there, but he said the guy wasn't there. I came out and I ain't see the guy either. But as I'm performing now, I'm really into the crowd, like really looking in the crowd. I see another guy in the bleachers doing the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, but I saw another guy.
You saw him from the bleachers?
There was another guy in the bleachers to my right doing the same thing. Maybe 4 rows up. You know the bleachers that go up. So saw another guy.
Is that when you said, is that your girl, homie? Like right around that?
No. This when I was like, around the time when I was singing, the first time was around the time when I was singing, what's the song, A Woman's Fed Up, when I said, calling Tyrone. Yeah, you know, I never do that. If anybody know my show, I usually let the audience sing it. And they'll usually say, calling Tyrone. But my fans know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, I sang that part tonight for the first time ever, because I know it's a part you let the crowd sing. But the reason I sang it because at that point I was nervous as hell. And I was, struggling for my words. It got quiet a few times on my segment because of things that I was supposed to say, I couldn't say because I'm now worried about my back, or my front, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, the second time it happened, the segment was almost over. I went backstage, I ain't gonna lie, I was crying, I was upset, I was pissed off, and I called my production manager, Chris. He called Daryl McDavid, which is my business manager. I told him what was going on. They sent security out, this, that, and the other. And by the time I got through crying and going through all of the whole thing with them and snapping, man, they was telling me, it'll be cool. I said, no, it ain't cool unless y'all go find that guy. You know what I'm saying? Or find those guys or whatever. After that, I went back on stage out of being desperate because Jay had just came off and the crowd was just sitting there. So I snatched the mic back. I went out there. I was crying. I was upset. And I simply told my fans, I love them and I thank them for supporting R. Kelly. But we're in a situation with something like that where, somebody flashed some guns at me. And at this point, I'm thinking.
Did you say something? Was that the whole thing you said? Did you say something about, I think there's going to be a riot, or I think people are going to run up out of here or something like that?
I ain't say nothing like that. No? Don't even make sense.
Okay.
I ain't say nothing like that.
Something like people going to run out of here?
I said I love my fans. I said I hope y'all are still my fans after I say what I got to say. I was trying to get security to come out here and say it, but, I decided to do it myself because I wanted them to hear from the horse's mouth. This is what I saw. Now, this ain't the first time I've been in an audience when somebody made a messed up gesture at me or whatever. Back in the past, it's happened. In my last show, sometime depending on what city, whatever, it has happened. But it's just that I had got a call prior to that earlier today, and then for me to get here, and then this happened. Then I became nervous as hell. At this point, I'm thinking about my safety. I'm thinking about my kids. I'm thinking about my wife. And I'm thinking about just,
What about, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, I know. But I'm just curious, because I know there was other shows that Jay was saying when he was here, you heard it, that you left. There was like 4 or 5 shows that you left, and he felt, I guess, because it was for the same issues that he believed it was for this one. I mean, what was the case in the other shows?
The other case in the other shows, it wasn't 4 or 5 shows let me just I was just at the end of this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
I can be here till the morning answering these questions. But what happened is at that point in time, I was concerned about my safety, and I was concerned about my kids and my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the dressing room after I made that announcement and apologized to everybody, but let them know what was happening. Went to my dressing room, and then by that time, New York police came, and They asked me what happened. I told them what had happened. So they locked my door. Just told me, just hold on, just chill for a minute until we can, you know, sweep the place and see. We could see those guys. At that time, I asked them had they checked. All my people really was asking them had they checked the place. Had they checked everybody? And they said they did. You know, they checked all the guys coming in and everything, but they didn't check all of the girls. They checked most of them. They didn't check all of them, you know. And at this point, I became even more concerned, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody, let's be real, can carry a weapon. I know where I come from. Guys can get their girls a weapon and bring it in, whatever. I don't know. Did I ever see a gun? No, I didn't. Did I see somebody just like they had a gun? Twice. And that I became concerned about my safety. So at that point in time, lawyers was back there, everybody, because just like Jay or anybody else at this point, your lawyers and everybody else going to be concerned about your well-being and notify the cops or whatever. I was done for tonight. I was done. But when Jeff Sharp, which is the promoter of the tour, came back there and told me that everything was cool, we're going to get the police out here. It's 140-some police. They called more. They're going to get them out there and sweep the place and make sure that everything is cool. And if they do that, would you feel comfortable about going back out? And I said, well, do that. They did that, and they came back, which is plenty enough time for me to go and perform. And they did. They came back. They said everything was cool. They got cops all out there.
When you say sweep the place,
you know, just to go out there and look for the guys, see if they see anybody, and then just place them in a, you know, in a certain area where, you know, if anything do jump off, they all over the place.
Right.
They all on it.
Okay.
You know.
So the cops went out there. Now you're backstage. I just want to get it clear.
Yeah.
So you made your announcement that you believe that there was people out there with guns waving at you. Then you went backstage, and then the cops went out to kind of secure the area more, just kind of and check. All right. So then go ahead. I'm sorry.
Then they came back, told me, you know, they got a lot of cops out there now. Everything should be cool. Even though I said to myself, but y'all ain't gonna be walking around on stage with me. I said that to myself. But I thought about my fans. I thought about radio stations. I thought about what everybody was going to say. I thought about what could possibly go down. And I said to myself, if something's going to happen to me, it's going to happen while I'm doing my work. That's what I said to myself.
So you planned to go back out?
I didn't plan. Jeff Sharp was on his way to make a statement because I told him I'm going back out. I still had my earphones on. Still, even now, still got my, what you call it?
Battery pack.
He still has his battery pack on.
I put my backpack on and my mic and everything like that. So we on the way back to the stage. At this point, it's me, Ja Rule, you know, okay. We on the way back to the stage, you know what I'm saying? And going up the stairs to go on stage, I was told don't come up on the stage, whatever, and then people start pepper spraying in my eyes.
Just from where? From the crowd or from backstage?
Backstage. And I can't get no names who that is right now.
Oh, but you know who it is. You know who it was. It's somebody that you know. Somebody that you know.
Yeah.
Somebody that was upset maybe that you didn't finish your show tonight.
Well, can't say I didn't finish it.
But at that point, they assumed probably that you were not going to finish the show and was upset.
It doesn't deserve pepper spray in the eye or the face or none of that. It doesn't deserve violence at all. Because that's not what we out here for. We out here to perform. We out here having things happen. There's been times on the show, Jay had, in the middle of the show, Jay had changed songs, no problem. Jay had left the show, said he had something he had to do. We cut the show short. I came out and I announced to the people that it's all good. Made them look good, made me look good, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about to me. That's what it'll be about tomorrow, whatever.
Wow.
But I got pepper spray on the way to the stage.
So you were going to go back. So you were going to go back on stage.
I was on the stage, basically, walking up the steps to the stage, on the stage. And I got pepper spray, and went in my eye, went in my mind. I didn't know what the hell it was. It's just, you know what I'm saying? All I know is security grabbed me, and then got me out of back to the dressing room until they can get cars or whatever. Ambulance came, got me. Went in the ambulance, so they put some stuff in me and a couple of security's eyes or whatever. Got me to the hospital, checked me out, and here I am.
Wow. All right, just so I could kind of understand, too, to go back what I asked you before about the other shows. Because, I mean, you have to understand that to a fan of somebody who bought the tickets or to somebody even just hearing the stories, it's like, you know, that what happened tonight is like, oh, man, damn. You know, it's kind of understandable. But with the history of people saying that there's been a couple of shows before this that you broke out on, I wonder what the reason for those shows were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
let me tell you, the reason for those shows is, as I said before, technical difficulties when it came to lighting and everything. I wish I had a million years to explain to y'all, but I'm going to try to make it short and sweet as possible. In the beginning of this show, I never got my chance to work with the lighting people. We had 3 weeks of rehearsal, but I never got a chance to rehearse with the lighting people. And in my 15 years, I never had it was never one show I've done, even in my talent show days when I wasn't even known. I got a chance to work with the lighting people, and I just did not get my chance to do that. And
so you left though, no? You have to go.
No, just hold on. What'd you say?
Okay, so I'm sorry. So for lighting reasons, I mean that's hard. I want you to make me understand, or people understand, because it's hard to understand.
Let me make you understand.
Yeah,
I have no problem.
It's hard to understand how you could leave an arena because of something of the lighting. Like how serious is that, or what would make you do that? You know what I mean?
Well, when you are a perfectionist and you a guy that likes to give 100% with your shows, and when you done put $1.5 million up on the stage, let me just be real with you, you want your $1.5 million out of that, because that's a lot of damn money on the stage. And when you feel you're being cheated out of that, and nobody's giving you the chance to work with the people you're supposed to work with, as far as the lighting people are concerned, that's why I always told people my deal was with the lighting people at that point in time. And everybody know about it. I went off on the light man at one point. Even though I finished the show out, I did go off on the light man at that point. But it was problems with the lighting. There was problems with a lot of things like that. But like I say, JF changed the show, shortened the show. He left a couple of shows. I came out and told the fans, hey,
So what happens now? I mean, you obviously heard Jay when he came up here and how strongly he feels about the situation. I mean, what happens now? I guess this tour is not going to continue, I'd imagine.
Well, I don't know. I'm willing to finish the tour. I'm going to be here in New York tomorrow, at Madison Square Garden, ready to put on a show. My eyes are better, Hopefully, security will be checking everybody. I have no problem performing.
But, I mean, the state of whatever the relationship is now, I mean, Jay's obviously, when you called, they didn't want to pick up. Like, it's very tense and I guess
when I
upset.
Called?
Didn't you call, or somebody said you were calling? No? Earlier? Oh, okay. Well, somebody had told me you were on the phone, so I said to him you were on the phone, and he didn't even want to pick up the phone.
That wasn't me on the phone. I thought to do this very thing that I did is just come.
To come by.
Yeah, just like he did, just like anybody.
I thank you for that, too. I thank you for that.
So there could be a show tomorrow, Ange. There could be a show tomorrow.
It could be. I mean, I would imagine the conversation.
Jay was saying he would want to do his show, and R saying now that he wants.
But these guys go on on stage together for most of the part.
No, we just go on the show for the very beginning. We do like maybe about 9 to maybe 8 or 9 minutes on stage, and then that'd be it. And we start switching back and forth.
Is there any part of you that feels like maybe you could have just been panicking or something?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to take any chances. Yeah, something sometimes tell me, man, was I just overthink? No. But then when I say I saw what I saw, I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not crazy. But anybody that would see something like that, I'm not the first. And I know I'm not the last. They're going to let security know. Security's going to put them to the side, and they're going to go check things out. If they feel that things are safe, they're going to come back to the artist and tell the artist everything's cool. The artist is going to come back if he feels that everything's cool. That's what I did. And when I did that, coming to the stage, I got pepper sprayed.
Right.
I ain't never been pepper sprayed in my whole life. I didn't know what the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? It was in my eyes. It was in my mouth. And
so you think you could really, you could do a show tomorrow?
And why wouldn't I be able to?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm getting a different, obviously, you're in a completely different place than Jay was when he got up here.
You know why? Because and I want my fans to know that it's always two sides to a story. I'm not going to get up here and dog nobody or blame nobody or do anything. I'm just going to tell what happened. That's what happened.
You have to have some kind of feeling about what he said tonight, or
who wouldn't, of course, but I'm not an amateur. I'm not going to get into that. I'm here for my fans. I'm not here for Jay. I'm here for my fans. They the one buys our records. They the one, and if something happened on that stage, I don't care if it was 3 or 4 shows, I would get on the radio or do whatever I had to do to apologize to my fans and explain to them, because yes, we owe them an explanation, but it's not going to be a negative explanation toward Jay-Z.
So as far as you stand, you would finish this tour?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
I guess just all of us got the impression at this point that there's been problems. Like tonight happened, but that there's been problems throughout this tour.
There's going to always be problems. There's going to always be problems.
I mean, problems to the point that shows are not happening. Problems to the point that you're leaving
shows are happening. Like I say, there was a time when Jay left shows, you know what I'm saying? He had to go. He had to jet, you know what I'm saying? And I went out there, and I said, due to whatever, I'm going to go on.
When did Jay leave? What show was that?
People booed, but that's all right. I got him right back into it.
What city was that?
I don't remember what city it was, but
because I didn't hear about that.
Right. You're not going to hear about that. You know, because I didn't make it a big deal. I didn't talk about I didn't make it negative or anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's what.
Wow. So
I love my fans. I love my fans. I thank you guys for playing my records and supporting R. Kelly. That's what I'm here to do, is explain to you guys what happened today. I'm going to end it with this. I'm not jealous of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay's. Told Trackmaster, get him in here. He know how much I talk about Jay. I'll be back there dancing while Jay out there on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm very secure in who I am, and I understand that hip-hop brings a certain level of energy, and R. Kelly brings a certain level of energy. Hip-hop, Jay brings a certain type of energy because he's hip-hop, it's up-tempo, he's wrong, and R. Kelly brings a certain level of energy with my music, and I understand those things.
When he was here,
no way that I could be like, man, jealous of him.
When he was here, he mentioned that he had a conversation with you about this, that he had pulled you aside, I guess, at some point and said, had to talk with you about this. Did that happen?
Talk to me about what?
The fact that maybe you were feeling a way about people giving him more love or whatever, or I don't know, something like that. You didn't hear? Because he was up here earlier.
Bless his heart, never. Nah, we never had a conversation like that.
He started it too by saying that he had a conversation with you too about, I guess he feels like the people around you ain't, keeping you as grounded as maybe he thinks you should be.
Well, my people didn't pepper spray anybody tonight. I got pepper spray no matter what me and Jay was going through. If we were going through anything, no matter what happened on that stage, off the stage, or whatever, nobody, not only me, but nobody deserves to be pepper sprayed or anything like that. Nobody, especially if it's the, like I said earlier, the other half of the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Nobody deserves that.
Wow. What a night, huh?
Yeah, it's all good.
I know you have to run. Your people are running you out of here.